Discovery Park is only a couple of miles from downtown Seattle, but its pristine glory is such that it feels like you're a lifetime away, in another world, another time, another mindset. Fort Lawton is an old Army post that was developed there in the late 1890s. What used to be officers' quarters are still there. Families still live in them. But mostly, there are fields and trees and views that make it a place for reflection and, yes, discovery.
That's exactly what
This is Scout Troop 80, or most of them anyway, and last week the troop was at Discovery Park, helping Holt Witter work on his service project so he can become an Eagle Scout.
See that building up there? There's a road that goes down, and on either side there are these old historic brick gutters, and we were clearing out the dirt that collects in them.
Something happened that day that none of the boys and girls of Troop 80 will ever forget. Peter Esterberg remembers everything.
It's a hot day, it was really windy.
So does Chaz Witter.
When I was walking up here, I was thinking, man, that field is super flame prone, and the people were setting off the fireworks. I was like, man, that's just a bad idea.
It was a bad idea, as Grace Wesche soon found out.
I heard someone say, oh crap, there's a fire.
Will Schimmelman was there.
So we looked down at the field because we were back up there, and we looked down at the field and it just seemed like mad gas. It was mad smoke.
I was actually one of the first people to see it. I was coming out of the woods. I had a wheelbarrow. I was dumping dirt from the gutters, and I just look over in the field and I just see tons of smoke coming up, and just the field starting to turn black, and I start yelling, fire, fire.
Grace knew exactly what to do.
I called 911. I told them what was happening.
There's a fire here in Discovery Park.
Got it.
Spreading pretty quickly.
Everyone just kind of said, grab the shovels, and we all ran down to see what we could do.
The field was on fire. Someone shot some video on their camera. The scouts didn't hesitate, not for a moment. They used their shovels to beat out the flames, and when that wasn't working, the boys stripped off their shirts and fought the fire in hand-to-hand combat. Troop leader Roger Wiley wasn't there that day, but he loved hearing about those shirts.
That is their own ingenuity. I was so proud of that. It was really, really well done.
Look at them, in the smoke and the dust and the wind, protecting what is theirs and ours, shirts and shovels and guts.
Well, the scout is brave, so we knew from the start, okay, so we have to jump in here because the responders aren't here yet.
But I really, for a little bit, when it first started, I thought oh my gosh, my childhood park is burning down.
Eventually, the brave firefighters from Station 41 arrived. There's the truck on the right, but the brave firefighters of Troop 80 kept pouring it on. Fireman Matt Haug was impressed.
We approached the fire, and much to our surprise, there was people already fighting the fire. They were literally standing on fire and swatting at the flames with their t-shirts and shovels, and they did a great job. They definitely slowed the advance of the fire.
I mean, it's definitely a weird thing to think about that, hey, I stopped a fire that could have done a lot of damage, and who knows how bad it would have been had there not been the group of us here to help put it out.
A few days later, one of the guys at Station 41 in Magnolia pulled the truck out for a special occasion, and one by one the members of Troop 80 showed up. There is a patch that they wear at Station 41. It is theirs alone, but on this day they wanted to show their appreciation to some kids that made them proud.
Since they did a firefighter's job, we'll give them a firefighter's patch. Holt Witter. There you go, Holt.
Thank you so much.
You're very well. All right, Jazz. Thank you very much. And Aiden, and Sonia, and Hector, Grace, and last but not least, Peter.
It was a good day for Scout Troop 80, a proud day. The two youngest members are 11-year-old Sonia Hardy and her brother Hector. I asked them both the same question, and their answers came from the heart, straight and true.
Why didn't you just take off running?
Because it's the right thing to do. Well, because if I took off running, what would I be doing to help?
If knowing that Troop 80 is out there, roaming our forests, at the ready, and brave, and prepared, always prepared, if that doesn't make you feel better about the future of the world, well then I guess nothing will.